Okay, hi everybody, it's Bob Takano. I'd like to touch on a subject today that I wrote a blog post about recently, but I'd like to elaborate on it a little bit more. And that was the use of AI for doing weightlifting programming or providing guidance for coaches. Uh, I've tried it a few times ever since I got ChatGPT, and I've asked to write training programs, and it really does a pretty poor job. So I finally asked ChatGPT, how long is it going to take before there's enough information on the internet for artificial intelligence to actually be able to write some weightlifting training programs? And I phrased it in such a way that I asked it, how long is it going to take before a lot of that information that is only available in hard copy and scattered all over the place, when are we going to get bots that can actually take that material and scan it and then get it put online and make it available for everyone to see? And the answer that I got was maybe 10, 15, 20 years in the future. So let me go back and talk a little bit about this phenomenon. Back in the 1960s, there were almost no weightlifting coaches in this country. And the great lifting teams that we had from 1946 until 1955, the teams that won 10 world team titles during that period, those lifters had no coaches. They pretty much trained on their own. And there were very, very few people that you could call weightlifting coaches. And then finally in the 1970s and 1980s, some of the athletes or weightlifters in my generation decided that it was time to hang up their lifting shoes and maybe go into coaching, because they figured they had quite a bit of background in how to lift. And what happened was they were always seeking information. And some of it was available, but in bits and pieces. A lot of it came out in Strength and Health magazine, but that was the only journal that was really providing information that had been vetted. But it was mostly the training programs of people that were successful lifters at the time, but it really didn't provide an overview of how training is supposed to take place. Now, at the same time, during the 70s and 80s, materials became available from the Soviet Union, and they were doing a very active job of finding out how to train weightlifters. And fortunately, there were some people in this country, there are two people that come to mind, that translated a great deal of that material into English and made it available to people. One was Bud Charniga, who has published several books about the Russian training system. And some of those are still available on Sportivny Press, if you'd like to go there and try and buy some things from Bud that will help you if you're an aspiring coach. The other one was Michael Yessis, who taught at Cal State Fullerton. He had a journal he put out, I think it was 4 times a year, called Soviet Sports Review, and he would translate articles about weightlifting training and also track and field and some other sports as well. But he would translate articles, and those were certainly very helpful. And Carl Miller wrote a few articles in IOL magazine, and those were also helpful. But all of that material has not been scanned and put online. So as a result, AI doesn't have access to those materials. So somewhere along the line, somebody or some organization is going to have to try and gather all those materials which are spread out all over the place and try to get some scanning bots to digitize that information and put it online. And then that'll be available. And at that point, you're going to be able to ask ChatGPT or whatever AI app you're using to actually take that information, put it together, and try to write up coaching advice and training information for people. So let me let you know right now, if anybody is telling you that they can take AI and write training programs, it's just not available because the processes and the methodologies are not available online. Someday they will be, but as of right now, they're not. So take that for what you may. Good luck with your lifting and coaching, and I hope all of the lifters do very well in the future, and we'll see what we can do. I'm putting together some instructional materials, and you can sort of find them here and there. I haven't got exact links yet, but those will be coming, and I'll put them on YouTube when I get them. Okay? All right. So take care and good luck.